Getting the spark plugs out, if you tie this back, you've got one there. Take the plug off, pull this out, comes out easy, and to get it, this is where it becomes a wee bit more complicated. Well, I decided to do a bit of service on the bike today, the KTM, so I did. I went up to the KTM shop and got the oil filter, and I thought I'll get the spark plugs as well. So it takes four plugs. There's NJK, NGK. So you've got a centre plug and one at the side, and the one at the side's an LMAR7DI or D1/10, and the other one is, for the centre, is LKAR9B1/10. So my bike's done 30,000 k's. It recommends changing the plugs at 30,000 k's, and I keep saying to people there's no way iridium plugs would be worn at 30,000 k, but however, I've just taken one out. Well, I've just taken them all out, and yeah, I don't know. I've just taken a side one out, so I'll get a new one out of the box, and we can compare them. I don't know if you can see that or no. It's very hard to focus. Anyway, there is a wee bit of wear on them. And she's a big job to get the spark plugs in. I went up to the KTM shop and the guy said to me, "You're always changing the plugs?" I says, "Yeah." "Who's doing it for you?" I said, "Myself." "Good luck," he said. You'll need it. He says it's a big job. So anyway, I changed the oil, put the new filter and everything in. So the next job I was doing was the air filter. So I took the tank off. There's plenty of videos on how to take the tank off. I did all that and got the air filter out. I actually sprayed it with degreaser and it cleaned it perfectly. It's not that dirty after 30,000 k's. There's very little dirt in it. Anyway, I did that. So when you take the tank off, you need to take the lid off your air filter box, which is this. And you have to be very careful. Turn it around, so this would be the back of the bike, because there's a wee device goes on here. Take that off before you take the lid off, because see, my wee pipe there was broken. I got that for the KTM shop after a service, and I've never went back. It was snapped, so I bought a new one. So anyway, take that off. Take this cover off, just a whole load of screws. Take the filter out, give it a good clean. Now, inside your airbox, you've got two of these trumpets that sit on top of the carburetors. Take these out. Then, once you get them out, this is attached to the bottom of your airbox. I'll try and, there's one hose there. There's a wee hose at the other side. Where's she going? She's in there somewhere. I'll find it. Hiding down there. I'll need to pull it back up again, but there's another wee hose. So there's two wee hoses for onto the airbox. I think that's it there. No, it's not. That's the water one. Anyway, you pull the two hoses off, and then the airbox should lift off. I think there's a plug somewhere as well. I may be wrong, but I'm not sure. The airbox pulls off. Now, getting the spark plugs out, if you tie this back, you've got one there. Take the plug off, pull this out, comes out easy, and to get it, this is where it becomes a wee bit more complicated. You've got to get one of these 14mm, put that down the hole onto your spark plug, put a 17mm socket on it, and a wee extension. Like that, and you'll be able to slacken it off. Then once you get it really slack, it's ready to come out, take that bit off and just use these bits and just screw it like that, and the plug will come out. You'll feel it when it stops coming up. That's it right out. And then what I did was stuck a wee magnet down the hole, pulled the plug out. So it's easy to do that one. The side one, which is here, it was a wee bit more complicated. I'll show you how I got that out. I've done a coolant change as well. So under here, this fan assembly, there's one screw right underneath up here on the assembly. Take that out and this fan assembly comes out, and you'll pull that plug right out, no problem. Change your plug over the same way, pop it back in, put this assembly back, and while you're at it, if you're at 30,000 K or more, change your coolant. Buy ready-made stuff. Really easy. So then the back one was a wee bit different, and I'll show you what I mean. To get the big centre plug out, you'll see the plug hole down here. You've got to lift this. This is just on with cable ties, 1, 2 and 1 at this side. Pull all the wires off, all the gubbins off, and lift this up, and you'll get that plug out. And then for this side, this one's really easy. Unplug it, here's the plug, unplug it, pull the thing off, a wee bit of rust on there, but pull the thing off, it'll come out just, and then again, use your socket down there, pull the plug out, lift it out with your magnet, put the new one in, tighten it up, which is what I'm just about to do, and that's it, done. Spark plug's finished. It's not that big a job, it's just a lot of fiddling about with it, but that's about it. But the plugs, 30,000 K, there is a bit of wear on them, and I'm going to change them because now I know what's in it, and I know the plugs that I put in it, they'll do more than 30,000 K. They'll probably do 60,000 easily. So now I know when I put it in, the bike's going to be about 90,000 K before I need to do the plugs again. Who knows if I'll have the bike then or no, I haven't got a clue. But yeah, so I'll put this other plug in while you're here. Might as well have a wee look. Let's get it. We'll put it into the socket as soon as it's ready to go in, and yeah, it's in the hole now. See the socket's sticking up a bit, so when that goes flush, then you know it's screwed in properly. If it only moves in a wee bit and sticks, then you know you're cross-threaded. But with this setup, it should be pretty easy. So there's the plug going in. And then you can get your wee extension. Where have I put it? Get your wee extension. Like that. And then you can actually get your circle in there. Yeah, that's fine. That's tightened it up. Too easy. So that's it. That's how you put your plugs in. Really easy to do. And then you take your oh Jesus! You've got to really put your weight behind it and push it in and make sure it's snapped in, because once you get everything put together, if it's not right on, you'll be kicking yourself. You see, you look at it here, see this edge should be doing flush with this. So I'll put my weight on that and push that in, and then I know I'll be happy with it. So that's that one in, pushed in. The side one, as you can see, it's clipped right in now. You just got to put a bit of weight behind it, pushing it in. Now while I was at this, my back suspension wouldn't adjust for some reason. So I was checking the wires. It's a good time to check everything out. I was checking all the wires out, and here's the one for the suspension, and I noticed there's a green wire out. This came out there. So I'm going to have to do something I might just bloody cut the wires and splice them, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, green wires came out of there, so I need to take it to bits, put it back together, so I can sort that while I'm at it, and that'll be the suspension working. So now that's done, just a matter of putting this down, put the wires, clip them all back onto there, airbox in, turret's on, put the tank on, and she's ready to go. So anyway, if you did want to decide to try and do your spark plugs, it's not that big a job. It's just a wee bit time consuming, a bit fiddly, but it's not difficult, anybody can do it. Anyway, we'll see you later. Any questions, just ask below. See ya. She's done. Let's throw it back together again. So let's see how she sounds, if she starts. Jesus, just kinda quick reaction in the throttle there. That's like a wee slight improvement already. Just sitting there, just when you flick the throttle there, it just boom. Wasn't doing that before. Yeah, I'm gonna take her for a test run, see what she's like. But just starting her up there, you can feel the difference already. So it was definitely worth changing the plugs, although they didn't look that bad. It just shows you, there must have been somewhere there or something was wrong. But anyway, I'm going to take her for a fly up the road and see how she goes. So yeah, changing the plugs, yeah, it's maybe been a good idea. Anyway, see you later.